like to get to the arena at like noon. I like to do a prayer walk around the court at the Garden. I like to be in the Garden when there's not a lot of people there, just because it's the Garden. So I get there around 11:30, 12. I'll do like a 20-minute walk around the court and just kind of take in how cold it is. I love that. The smell of it, just the banners, obviously, taking all that in. I've always said like I have an unhealthy relationship with competition. I think this year and a half I've grown to figure out like competitiveness isn't just like wanting to win really, really bad. It's having an understanding of what the environment needs and giving that, and then being ready to be flexible in the next thing. What's up? Looks a lot different, huh? Yeah, it was like the pickup place. So, my dad had a key, so anytime I wanted to come, and I remember from like 12 years on, all the way up until college, I would come and play pickup with like all the police officers, my uncles, and that's where I learned how not to make excuses, toughness, and they didn't take it easy on me. I probably wouldn't have gotten into basketball if it wasn't for this gym. Memory after memory, it all kind of starts here for me.
What was your dad's involvement with this place?
So he was the recreation director at the time, so he ran a lot of the leagues, he reffed. He would ref and coach the guys at the same time and try to fight them at the same time. Me and him would come here for hours, and I just wouldn't be allowed to leave until I was done working out. And then at the end, we would play one-on-one in the paint, me versus him, and there was no rules. And so we would just play until someone was dead, bleeding, and it was just like you're gonna learn how to just get through stuff. And so that was the end of our workout, just one-on-one in the paint, check ball. I think that's the interesting thing I probably haven't talked a lot about last season. I think it took 4 years to grieve his death because of last season was just one of the biggest challenges that I've went through in life without him.
Hey, we can't take our foot off the gas right now. We still got to play. Stay in the fight.
And so by the time the playoffs came, I was really grieving him. And what's funny is Game 7 of Miami was his birthday. And so that was like an interesting moment. And so it took like 4 years to actually slow down and actually see it, because I think life just happened so fast. We had the bubble, we had the pandemic, things were going on. So you didn't really have time to be able to go through it, so to speak.
Do you feel like you've reached the point where the grieving is behind you?
No, I feel like that it was really the playoff series was because that was like the biggest challenge I've had since he wasn't there. And so that was a whole process of just growth, in general. Growth as a person, growth as a coach, growth as a family. Like I said before, our marriage got closer, so that 2 months, however long it was like the 2 months of I give the most credit to my growth in a long time.
How do you think he would have reacted when you became head coach?
He would have been very emotional about it for sure. Yeah. But then in a playoff series, when I called him and said we lost, he would have told me to shut the up and figure it out. To me, the things that I want to pass on to my kids are faith, mindset, competitive nature. It's not that things are going to go your way, it's not money, but if I could give them faith, if I could give them a competitive mindset, if I can give them the mindset and the ability to, be able to go through life and handle things when they don't go your way, I think that is that's a legacy. That's more long lasting, and that's what my dad really worked to give my family. And I think that's kind of what my goal is. And it's the same in the gym, and you go to the facility, can you create something long lasting?
1 point game, 1 minute to go, green ball. Yes, out! Yes, out! We should all be going to a high five out. Just potentially won the game.
The Celtics were here before me, they'll be here when I'm done. But in that space, can you leave something there that's, obviously a banner is the #1 thing, but even that banner represents all the stuff that you put into it, and can we leave something like that?